Hello for the 32nd Sunday in Ordinary Time, using two parts of the Book of Wisdom. The first reading, Wisdom 6, verses 12 to 16. And then I'm throwing in this morning's prayer, Wisdom in the Breviary, Wisdom 9, 1 to 11. And then the Gospel, as usual, Matthew 25, 1 to 13. And it has to do with all these 10 virgins, and 5 of them, these virgins, were wise, and 5 were foolish. Well, first of all, virgins, and then wisdom. Virgins, I thought, is this 5 women virgins or 5 men virgins? Oh, it's got to be women. Why? So I had to go back to my old dictionary and look up virgin. They give 4 meanings. The first meaning, it is not a man or a woman, a person who has not experienced sexual intercourse. Definition number 1. So it could be a man, could be a woman, according to that. Second definition of a virgin, a chaste or unmarried woman or maiden. There's female. Third definition, an unmarried woman who has taken religious vows of chastity. A woman, female. And then fourth, which surprised me, the fourth definition was the Virgin Mary. So 3 out of 4 are female. And in general, I think when we think virgin, we think of female. Well, the Book of Wisdom. What's wisdom? Oh, you get it in the Book of Wisdom. Well, the Book of Wisdom was written between 80 BC and 50 BC. They attribute it to Solomon, and it has like 19 chapters. And to oversimplify, the first 5 chapters of the Book of Wisdom deal with the final destination of the just and the wicked. The final destination, just, wicked. The next 4 chapters deal with truth derived from God. Wisdom, truth derived from God. In fact, I don't know who said this, but I always remember it. One definition of wisdom is looking at reality through the eyes of God. I've always liked that. Here, 4 chapters, truth derived from God. Or you can look at reality, and you can look at reality through the eyes of God. Baby, you got something. I like that definition. Maybe it was Thomas Aquinas. I have no idea. And then the final 8, 9 chapters deal with salvation history. And that gospel has to do with the end of salvation history. So that's wisdom. And wisdom, the interesting thing about wisdom is we personify wisdom. We make wisdom a person. The way I sort of think we make angels or devils, was personification. So in this morning's reading from the Book of Wisdom, you don't have that, but it is Wisdom chapter 9, verses 1 to 11. A little bit of that says this: give me wisdom, the attendant at your throne, and reject me not from among your children. For I am your servant, the son of your handmaid, a man weak and short-lived, and lacking in comprehension of judgment and of laws. Indeed, though one be perfect among the sons of men, if wisdom, who comes from you, be not with him, he shall be held in no esteem. Now with you is wisdom, who knows your works and was present when you made the world, who understands what is pleasing in your eyes and what is conformable with your commands. Send her forth from your holy heavens, and from your glorious throne dispatch her, and she may be with me and work with me, that I may know what is your pleasure. For she knows and understands all things, and will guide me discreetly in my affairs and safeguard me by her glory. All this feminine. Isn't that interesting? I mean, if you go back into the words, even the word for wisdom in Hebrew is feminine. In Greek, Sophia, it's feminine. In Latin, sapientia, feminine. And so the authors of the Old Testament literature personified wisdom, because wisdom has always been where God is. And surrounding God is wisdom. And surrounding God, this wisdom has been personified. That's, I think, pretty doggone good. It's almost as good as looking at reality through the eyes of God. Well, we talk about a human being, a old lady, wonderful person, lived life and has a healthy perspective of life. She's a wise old lady, or an old man, same way. The wisdom of growing old, hopefully. But when you get to wisdom, in the essence of wisdom, it has to do with God. It's all the stuff that surrounds God. And we sort of surrounds God in his creation. And we're looking for wisdom too. Well, what's the bottom line of this whole thing of the gospel? Well, I think it's pretty simple. If you sort of look at the outline that I gave you, the book of wisdom, those 19 chapters, it has to do with salvation history. And it has to do with the presence of God in there, and the truth of God in there. And so we pray for wisdom. We are open to he or she or it or whatever to help make us wise. Because if we are wise, we'll have the insight into God a little. We'll try to act and live more like God created us to act and do, love, forgive. So the bottom line is salvation history. And in particular, your salvation history, or my salvation history. And Jesus is saying, well, you better be ready. You better be ready, because you do not know the day or the hour when it comes to life is changed, not ended. When it comes to you're finished on planet Earth and you're going to be with God forever, eternity. Don't you love wise old people? Don't you, and aren't you attracted to the insight of God? Why he made us, how he made us, what we're called, and baby, where we're going. Jesus saying, just be ready. Just be ready. Have a good day.